Hey guys, it's Merce. Welcome back to the nest. Today we're going to assemble this papercraft project I picked up from Dussmann's Das Kulturkaufhaus. I did a book haul video from there if you want to check it out. I got some really great books. To stick with the fantasy theme, I decided to wear my custom-made medieval dress from Armstreet. I want to wear this outside. I really would just love to wear this like walking through a cemetery or a park. I just love that feeling of wearing long dresses and hearing the swooshing of the long skirts, but I'm not brave enough yet to do that. Maybe one day. This papercraft is made out of thin but sturdy chipboard and comes with all the pieces: pom-poms, double-sided tape squares, glue stick, and of course a pamphlet to show you how to assemble. I saved the panels and traced the head and dress pattern to save for a custom version later. I think I really want to make my own version of this Miss Bliss. I'd like to do something that's maybe a bit gothy or darker, so I'm looking forward to doing that at some point. If you'd like to see that, let me know, and maybe I'll do it sooner than later. I got the Alphabet of Thorn because it was recommended by a booktuber, Jean Bookishthoughts. I'll put her channel link in the description box. And along with her very positive review, I was enchanted by the artwork on the cover. And I know that I've seen this artist's work before because she is pretty prolific and her artwork is on a bunch of fairy tale books and is also in a lot of major collections all over the world, so I'm sure I've seen her work before, but I was really drawn to it. Her name is Kinuko Craft. She is a Japanese native. She graduated from the Kanazawa Municipal College of Fine and Industrial Art, and she studied in the US, mostly in Chicago. Her style captures this quiet emotion. Like, I don't know exactly how to explain it, but there's just this wonderful quietness in the flow of material or in the downcast glance of the eyes. The color palettes are really pretty, they're muted. It's beautiful, it's mysterious, it's even breathtaking. Her faces remind me of the classical Italian Madonnas from the Renaissance. I think at this point Craft is almost 80 years old. I don't know what she's doing presently, but masters of her type, their craft only gets better with age. So I'm pretty sure she's probably doing something awesome somewhere. So let's talk about the book. Alphabet of Thorn is a story of a young librarian, and her name is Nepenthe. Nepenthe was left at the door of the library 16 years ago and was taken in and trained by the librarians to learn how to transcribe and to decipher all of the different languages in the empire. This lifelong trade that she has learned and is practicing every single day of her life has a lot of meaning for her. It really does fill her soul, and it's something that she understands and she's very talented at. This is all she's ever known. The walls of the building, golden candlelight, and the smell of paper and ink, these are her foundations. And for her, it means everything. It's fulfilling. It's also, she has a very special kind of affinity towards it. At some point, a very unusual book lands in her lap, and inside of the book, there is a language she has never seen before. It is made of thorns, and she becomes very obsessed in deciphering what the story is the thorns are trying to say. And while Nepenthe is tucked away in this library working, there is unrest in the Kingdom of Rain. A 14-year-old queen has been given the crown. She is overwhelmed and unable to embrace her role as sovereign. She doesn't want this job. She doesn't want to take on all this responsibility. And she just thinks that anyone else would be a better choice than her. And while she is kind of struggling with this new position, there is a ruler from a kingdom called Seal who is after her crown. He has a mage assassin who is extremely deadly and unstoppable. But the queen, whose name is Tessera, also has her own mage, and her name is Vevey. Vevey is trying her best to guide this young girl into making the right decisions and to take some action and to sort of understand, what it means to be a queen. But it's very difficult because Tessera is reluctant to do anything. And while Nepenthe is consumed in her library trying to decipher this thorn language, she's beginning to realize that this story is more than just a story, and it's extremely urgent and dangerous. There is an old prophecy that begins to take shape. And I wish I could tell you a little bit about that prophecy, but it'll ruin the story, so I won't. Did I love this book? Absolutely. It was beautifully written. There were many parts where the world just opened up for me, and the story was much more dimensional than I assumed, or I didn't even think it would be. I didn't know what to expect, honestly, when I was going into this book. And I was just delighted by the really interesting things that are kind of going on in this book. There are plenty of gorgeous tableaus of moments that I wish I could really describe for you, but I think it's imperative that you discover them for yourself. This story is not what you think it will be. It will surprise and delight you. The only problem I had was towards the end, but it did not mar my experience. I still love it. I just thought it was wrapped up too quickly. But other people have read it and they didn't have the same experience, so I think I just wanted to stay in this world a little longer, and I wanted to get to know the characters deeper, and I think that was why I felt that it was wrapped up too much. but I definitely give this book 4 stars. If you don't read fantasy or you don't like YA fantasy, I think that this book can give you a different introduction to fantasy, because I feel that it's very thoughtfully written and something that can be enjoyed by everybody. I think I'm gonna read it again because now I feel hyped up about reading it and just talking about the story, and like so many little pieces are coming back into my mind. I think I'm gonna have to read this one again. I hope that you give Alphabet of Thorn a try. I don't think that it will disappoint you. And if you do read it, let me know. So that was our Papercraft and book review video. I hope that you enjoyed it and there was something interesting here for you. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great weekend, and as always, I hope everything is going really well for you. I'll talk to you next time.
Oh my god. Well, I guess I need to use some actual real glue. Yeah.